Yeah, I just spoke to that mechanic. This thing been sitting around since, 2021. I found out on been verified that this is a 2011. It's a 2011 Volvo. Not only that, it's got zero, what do you call it? It's got zero everything. Zero accidents. The history report is all zeros. It's all no's. It's been through 4 different people between 2010 and 2019. Between 2010 and 19, 4 different people have probably owned it. Zero history reports. No lions, no accidents, no recalls. It says something about recall. No recalls, no nothing. The only thing that's wrong with it, I just spoke to a mechanic. He said that the recent driver, the last person that used it, didn't put oil in the engine. That's why it blown. It got busted. So that red one, that red engine, that Cummins engine you saw in the red Volvo, he's gonna switch that one into this truck. He says he knows about that one already. He knows about that red engine. He gonna switch it into this truck. He gonna switch it underneath of it. I kind of know what happened to it. Usually when the engine gets blown, like if you don't put oil in it, you're gonna hear like a clattering noise, like that. It sounds like you're gonna feel it, you're gonna hear it underneath the gear stick. And the whole truck is gonna shake and vibrate. That's because you're functioning off of 5 pistons. You got 5 cylinders left that's working, and you got 5 pistons going up and down. Most of these or all of these are 6 cylinders. All of these semi trucks are 6. Whether if it's Freightliner, Volvo, Kenworth, it don't matter. I experienced it already, but I never blew no engine not putting on the oil. Really, a little bit too much stabilizer fluid would knock it out. Also, even if the summer is hot, because the circulation holes inside the crankcase and the bearing journals and all that, when it gets blocked, it cannot reach the top end, and the top end will get hot, and the connector rod piston will snap and all that stuff. If it gets seized up and it gets stuck all of a sudden, and then the rest of them are trying to turn it, and it just pop like just like that. So that's what happened. That's the reason why this truck is sitting there. Because the last driver, he blew the engine. But they're going to switch that red one into this one anyway. Yeah, no, the first video I made, that guy said, that looks rough. If I were you, I would keep looking. And then he said, the 13 speed is a must or something. I don't know what he said. He said the 13 speed is okay. But I'm going in my own direction. I'm not saying I'm comfortable doing it that way. It's better if I start out like this. But that doesn't say. It seemed like there's certain things about the cameras I didn't understand. But I know I did shoot a video saying my points kind of went below. I was in a bad zone. Yes, the amount, I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know if it had something to do with the speeding or the hard braking, but anyway. I'm going to say it one more time, and that's it. Just like my manager said, another Western Express driver was working for this company right here. This European truck company I'm on right now. He said it was a lady. The lady had X amount of points, just as much as I did. And then he showed me the part where she brushed up and she got 100. She got 100% in outstanding performance or whatever. So I'm in the process of doing mines right now. So one more thing, the mechanic said give him about 2 months, 2 months to get to this truck and refurbish, recondition it back to normal. And also, I also said I'm going to need 2 months too, because 2 months I should have pretty much 20 grand, I guess. 2 more months I should have 20 grand. I don't feel like telling nobody how much I got right now. Yeah, 2 months. I should have 20 grand. And on the website, I've seen 3 trucks so far that cost 15 grand, actually $12,000 to 15 grand. And all 3 of them look mint, less rust than what you saw outside of this one. They look in better shape than this one. But I ain't gonna chase after no dealership truck at all. I'd rather do it this way. I don't feel like paying for no tax tag and title. I'm not gonna feed nobody my money. I've been around guys that have older trucks, like in the 1990s. They cut them up into pieces. Like, they cut the roof right in half. They divide it in half. They separate everything. They box them up and send them to a foreign country. And they put them back together. I don't have no problem worrying about this. So, I mean, y'all can say whatever you want. I'm not saying I want to do this. I'm not saying I know what I'm doing. I got background experience. I've been around older trucks in this. I've seen overhauls done to them. I've seen overhaul done to the one that I was driving in 2012 when I was in Orlando, Florida. I've seen the way them guys took the guts out of the pistons, the crankshaft, connecting rod, everything. I've seen how they put the cylinder head and the camshaft, together. I watched it. And I went back in the same truck after I blew the engine because, I put a little bit too much stabilizer fluid. That's because the weather was too hot. It was like close to, I would have to say it was close to 90 back in 2012. Somewhere about that. It was pretty hot. But I didn't really know better. I kept sneaking an oil stabilizer little by little. And that's what, caused the engine to blow. But anyways, I understand that it gross you out. It does gross you out and it will scare you to death. But you don't have the experience. You don't have the background knowledge. You don't know what I know. You haven't seen what I've seen. You don't know that. I used to even work in a body shop myself. Me and them guys, we used to cut up cars. We used to cut up cars in half. We used to use a sawzall and cut them in half. Our boss would have me and this guy taking out the upholstery. He'll tell me to take the doors off. I'll be taking the doors off by myself. I'll be lifting them doors high up in the air over my head. Back in 1995, between 1990 and 95. And I used to take the hood off. I used to take the back doors off. Like we used to bring a customer car that would get in an accident, and we'll cut off the front end. No, my boss and this other guy will cut the front end off, and then we'll get another half of the car from a salvage yard, and we'll weld it back. My boss will weld it back together, and I'll do the water sanding. I'll do the water sanding. I'll just take off the parts, take the bumpers off. I'll do the easy part because, they got more experience than me. I kind of do the heavy duty part, but they do the technical part. My boss will do the painting. And the other guy, he'll put the putty on. He'll pull the dents out. He'll use a grinder. And me, all I do is pull the bumpers off, pull the doors, the hood. What else I did? Jack the cars up, take the tires off. take parts. I'll just take the parts off the car most of the way, but also a customer car. I ain't got no problem worrying about this. So it looks yucky and disgusting to you, but I know what I'm doing. I got background experience. I I know what to do. I'm not gonna be doing this. The mechanic that's really an expert, he's one of the flexible guys. When it comes to fixing the old stuff, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Not to mention, all of this right here is like, it looks almost fresh. It's like dashboard secured and everything. Anyways, instead of me grossing y'all out, what I gotta do now, I'm going back into that Kenworth there, and I'm fixing to go to the gas station truck stop. I'm fixing to go to Casey's in Chicago. I'm fixing to go to Casey's. I'm gonna fill up fuel. Oh yeah, I got today off, and I had yesterday and today off. Today is Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. I asked for 2 days off. So instead of me taking time off in Georgia, I'm taking time off right here in Chicago. Not in this yard, but somewhere. I'm just camping out in the truck over there by Lowe's somewhere. So it's like I left that parking lot in Lowe's and came to this truck yard. I'm stopping by. I actually stopped at a Walmart store to get 2 9-volt batteries. So I'm stopping by the yard to pick up the Amazon product or whatever. And after that, I decided to come over here in the yard and check this truck out again for the 3rd time, 4th time. And after that, I'm gonna go to Casey's and put some more fuel in the truck for tomorrow, because dispatch gonna have me they're gonna have me going out definitely tomorrow. And I don't know where. It could be the same Samsung load going to south. What was it? North Sioux City. What was it? No, it's North Sioux City, South Dakota, something like that. Or it could be North Dakota. Usually we're doing back and forth, Chicago to South Dakota, Chicago to North Dakota, Chicago to South. They kind of switch because of the season and stuff like that. Anyway, man, all I gotta say, let me just brush this up. Most trucks don't really look like this. They don't look all that clean. It looks almost like nothing ever touched it. The carpet ain't that bad. It's even better than the Kenworth I was driving. It's a little bit more decent than Kenworth. It don't look so because, they use it as parts and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll go ahead and haul ass right now. All right. I'm not saying that it won't happen. I'm hoping I won't lose this job. It's like we run into bad accidents, like we run into mistakes, like people don't really tell you much about, stuff on the job, and you wind up finding out the hard way. I told my boss, man, if you had told me what these cameras were capable of doing, if you could like go further and tell me everything, I wouldn't have messed up like that. But he didn't get mad or nothing. He just like, half of the times he kind of laugh on and off. I mean, he would sound serious over the phone. He just bitched at me like just now, like a couple of days ago. He said something about me, what was it? The last time? No, the part where he said, it's too bad, I'm gonna have to treat y'all like little kids. I forgot what it was. I think it was a fuel route or something. What was it? Oh yeah, I remember. I made a mistake and went I-80 west instead of I-94 west, coming from Chicago. I'm over here thinking that I'm going to South Dakota again. This time I had to go to North Dakota. Boy, did he get pissed. Yes, he did. So now I went to Davenport, Iowa, and camped out. That's when he woke me up in the middle of the night and said, "How come you're sitting in Davenport?" He got pissed like a son of a bitch. And that's when he said, "Follow the route that I told you." That's when he cussed me out and said, "It's too bad I'm have to treat y'all like little kids now." But anyway, I'm just giving you an idea of what's going on in this job. It ain't that bad. He ain't that bad of a guy. It's just, when it comes to deal, like if I make a little minor mistake, he kind of come after me too hard. But that's just the way it goes. But anyway, all I could say is, man, I don't know. I'm just crossing my fingers. So far, I made it 4 months. I'm just hoping I could go longer. I said, then, it's man, if you had told me how far these cameras can go, I wouldn't be running into mistakes like this. But yeah, you can't come after me for any other minor stuff. Anything like stopping at the wrong fuel stop, or going in a direction where it's a little bit longer. Yeah, all of that. He'll cuss at me. I don't blame him if he cuss at me for going in the wrong direction, because I wouldn't want to do this to this. Like, if this was my truck right now, I wouldn't want to abuse my paycheck and my fuel card and stuff. He told me that. I understand that. It's just that it was like human error. It was human error because I thought, you see, I'm so used to doing the same routine so many times. I'm thinking, oh, I guess I might as well just go 80 West. I'll camp out in Davenport because I'm going to South Dakota again. That's when I realized, oh, shoot. This time you got me going to North Dakota for the third time. I forgot. So he stayed in my face, man. I couldn't even say nothing. I had to back down and soften up and don't talk back. So anyway, y'all, I'm freezing in here. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to Casey's and fuel up and go to that one spot and finish camping out. I'll check y'all later.